Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfarers. Welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt Thorium. And in this episode, we're going to try to find out who sacked the... Excuse me, sorry. We're going to try to find out who sacked this guy from this construction company. It's not quite a murder mystery, but it might be interesting. It's kind of like a murder mystery, except there's no murder. They just sacked a guy instead. But why would you even sack a guy? Like, what was the point of that? Hard to say. Let's see what happens.
I guess it might have been a bit naive for me to hope for a happy reconciliation, but you brought him back safe. That's what's important. Here, you have my sincerest thanks.
Well,
But now, we've got a whole new thread to pull on.
Okay.
What are the chances I'd be able to convince you to help us find our kidnapper?
100%. I am very curious. I'll do it. But I want more than this pittance. They're good. Help you find them. Or keep the credits coming. I'll do whatever you want. I don't know. Let me think about it. I feel weird accepting money from this lady. Because it is kind of like this charitable organization, but also because it's like the money is coming from like a really like suspicious place. So I'm not gonna, despite the fact that I sort of have a persuasion policy, I'm not gonna persuade. I'll go, they're good, I'll help you find them.
Thank the heavens. So, we just need to figure out where we're sending you. Now, Mr. Kilman didn't seem to have a lot of information, but I caught at least one or two bits I think could help us find our kidnapper.
He mentioned a smell, something about a first aid kit. The place had metal floors. Wait, what? Place had metal floors. Okay. So it was a building, not some cave where they were keeping him. I didn't even realize that. I didn't catch on to that. I wasn't really paying attention. Or, be honest with me. Could someone at the retreat have done this? Questions first.
I want to believe none of them would. But I've been around long enough to know how easy it is for someone to surprise you.
Surprise you, maybe.
So honestly, I don't know. But I think those hints Kilman mentioned about the kidnapper's refuge are the key to figuring it out.
I agree. I'm gonna go with the smell because that's the one that I noticed from his description of the place. So, yeah.
He did, didn't he? Industrial antiseptic would be my guess. I know that smell. There was a building we were evaluating as a possible site for the retreat not far from here. An old research outpost. Seems like a decent match for the description of our kidnapper's hideaway. Here, the facility's coordinates. Head out there and see what you can find.
All right. Hold on, let me just check the sound. Doot. Yep, we're good. Okay. All right. So, let's see the facilities over there. Let's do a quick little look on the map. We'll fast travel. Save a little bit of time here. Although we do have to still scan a whole bunch of stuff. Would have been a good opportunity to do that, but since we have to go a bit further, I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunity to scan more crap. As well as maybe look for some of that, there's some resource around here that I really want. Antimony, right? Or antimony, maybe. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Oh no, I forgot to... Okay, so here's the one. Crimson Gibbet. Resource ornamental. What the hell? Biome, savanna, mountains, wetlands, deciduous forests, volcanic, and hills. Genetics, standard helix, carbon-based, reproduction, self-fertilization. Ooh, we have a hunting nightmare. Suppose we'll just ignore it for now unless it attacks us. We have a spiral bloom. Resource toxin, biomes, mountains, deciduous forest, and volcanic. Genetics, standard helix, carbon-based, reproduction, cuttings. That's weird. Okay, nice little bug there. And a nice little bug here, too. But it's coming out, it's coming up as nothing. So we have a herding crab grazer. Okay, so we've now experienced a few animals here. We don't have enough, we don't really know how to get those ones with the boxing, punching fists. We've only seen those in the cave. So a lot of these other ones seem to come out in the day, which is good. What resource are we missing anyway? Alkalines.
I rarely have the patience for that thing.
Let's check out this area here. Alright, we can steal from here, so these guys are gonna be hostile probably. We've seen the space before, space layout. Usually there's an enemy right here. Alright. Let's go in. Probably be a little sneaky. Different layout than I was expecting. Where's my rifle? There we go. It's the gun we have the most ammo of, at least in terms of fire rate.
Damage.
of robots around. So basically, they're pretty much just trying to hide the identity of whoever this is by making it so that they're just robots. For now. I'm sure we'll find out who it is eventually. But yeah, we've seen this layout before, so I know it pretty well. So back here there will be some labs and offices. I'm going to go in through this side here. The only thing we don't really know is the layout of the turrets. Nothing. Toilets. Alright, that should take us back to where we were. I'm gonna take one quick peek here. See if I can see any contraband in here. Because if there is, I'm gonna want to pick this. Get my nose in there. Pick my nose in there. I don't see any contraband. I might try to break in anyway. You know what? I'm gonna go down to the floor down there. Oh, there, I forgot there's no, there's usually an office over here, isn't there? Do I have that right? I might be wrong about that. Yeah, this just goes down to the floor. So I'd rather go down to the floor from here because it gives us more cover. Just gonna quickly go around and make sure that there's no enemies here to flank us. Okay. Could go through the vent. I think we have to. What the hell? What is going on with these bots? Landed up there. That's interesting. Pressing the reload button and it's not reloading. There we go. I'll come through and loot here afterward. Maybe I'll do that offline, depending on how long this takes. I also want to invest in some, like we've leveled up a bunch of times and I have not spent any of those points. So we could do a little bit of skill shopping as well. Is that... Whoa! Why is this guy not coming up as an enemy? Okay, he is. This one's usually locked. It is... Oh, there's some gun in there. don't know why I'm picking those up. It's not like there's any shortage of them. And in here, we will find the answer to our question of who kidnapped the construction worker. Search the kidnapper's quarters. Okay, we don't know yet. Interesting. I don't really care about Grundles. We will eat your sandwich, though. No books. Okay, don't care about that. A second bed. Chair that does not look terribly comfy. I suspect that that corrupted slate is what we're actually looking for. Origin of species. Yep. Nothing here that's really indicating who the culprit is. Why can't we look at this book? Alright, fine. I guess I'll just move on. Yeah, it's gonna be this corrupted slate. Return the slate to the retreat. Okay. Yeah, we don't need any of this other stuff as far as I'm aware. Alright, cool. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll loot some bodies on the way out. I'll do
Did they have anything of value?
I'll do like a thorough search of this place later on, offline. See if there's any contraband. I don't think it's really going to matter. And it's just going into my contraband collection anyway. But let's loot the bodies because they might disappear. So... Oh, there's a couple of turrets we probably can't reach. Yeah. They're bugging out. Microsecond regulator. Yeah, we do need that. We'll take one. Anytime that we're adjusting the fire rate of guns, it requires a microsecond regulator, so... Okay. Yeah, and I'll unlock some of these safes and stuff when I come through here offline. I mean, this game's boring enough as it is without me forcing you guys to watch like every single moment. Oh, it'd be so tedious. Wait a second. So there was that guy. There's 2 dog bots that we killed, right? Oh, okay. There's one. Here's one. Okay. Yep. Oh, no, okay. Now I know what happened. Now I know why my count is off. There was one dog bot that flew up onto the catwalk. Right there. Now I understand. Let's just double check this guy. Okay. We're good. Let's head on back and see if we can decrypt the slate. See if that will tell us who the culprit is. Oh, what a nice day. Nice day to catch a bagman. Alright, no. Elias retreat. Travel. Yeah, so this is some good stuff. I'm enjoying this one so far. What do you want to bet that it ends up being one of the other construction workers because they don't want to implicate, like, 4 more criminals for recidivism? I mean, this game has a very political slant to it, I feel like. It's like, former criminals would never do anything wrong.
You seem to have weathered that trek well enough. Were you able to find anything at the facility?
Yes, evidence that it was you. It was a dead end. The only clue in this place was the slate, and it's busted. No sign of a kidnapper, but I did find this. I'm gonna say it was a dead end. We have no way of knowing that the slate can be recovered, so it seems like the more honest answer.
It certainly is. Monica, anything you can do with this?
I can take a look. Oh, it's encoded. Made to look scrambled. And done badly. Looks like... there. Seems there were 2 of them.
There were 2
oh my
cots.
God. It's all here. The accidents, the kidnapping, Greg's attack. These 2, they did it all.
Wow.
Any mention of who they are? They're not with the construction crew, are they?
No names. But there are a pair of ID numbers. They're with the Trackers Alliance.
The Alliance sent 2 bounty hunters? Here? What? Our bounties are all paid.
I'm not seeing an Alliance contract or documentation. I think this is off the books.
Trackers. Consider yourselves lucky to still be alive.
It appears we have been fortunate. But it does beg the question. So, a couple of trackers have decided to haunt us on their own free time. Why?
Doesn't
Family.
say.
It's probably the family of the person that was wronged or something like that. Gave him like an independent contract. Like the fact that in this universe you can basically just buy your way out of a murder sentence, like that is just ripe for abuse. So, what's the Trackers Alliance?
It's the official guild of the galaxy's bounty hunters, known for relentlessly stalking their targets in pursuit of a payday. To a tracker, any person with an outstanding record is a coin purse, ready to be cut open and emptied of value, regardless of the circumstances surrounding said person's record. There are few groups more ruthless. Though, it's surprising that they've intervened here, where there's no obvious money to be made.
How the heck do you know how to decode that slate, Monica? Well, we know because she got in trouble. The reason why she's here is because she got caught hacking into Galbank, so...
It's really not that impressive. Used to sell these on the semi-regular in my old life. A cheating spouse wants to document all their flings without fear of their partner finding out? Just use one of these bad boys. It's computer hacker 101 stuff. And it sure doesn't explain why they've decided to harass us.
Maybe they've got a vendetta against somebody here. Hard to see why else they'd bother. Or who cares why we've got our kidnappers. Now we need to make sure they don't do it again. So we're just gonna murder the kidnappers, probably. This game has no sense of self-awareness. I'm gonna go with maybe they've got a vendetta against somebody here.
That certainly seems in the realm of possibility.
So then this is an easy fix. They're bounty hunters. We pay them to leave us alone.
And make ourselves a target for every other hunter in the universe. We need to take a stand.
Says the one guy physically incapable of taking one.
We're not doing anything until we actually find them. Any mention in there of where our trackers might be now?
Sounds like they're on a supply run, outside the system.
Then we got a little time. Given their background, and ours, I expect you're the only person here they might actually listen to. Would you be willing to act as an emissary on our behalf?
So long as you don't expect me to kill them, yes, I'll do it. Or, don't you worry. They're never going to bother you guys ever again. Or, I need to think about it. Or, I don't know. Can you tell me any more about who these two might be?
Slate's not big on details. There's two of them, they're clearly armed, but that's about all we've got to go on.
But trackers aren't usually the type to take prisoners when it's not required. So the fact that they've thus far remained largely non-violent, well, it means they might be willing to negotiate. With the right person, of course. Which I think, in this case, is you.
Why would they kidnap a construction worker? Like, the construction worker didn't do anything. So, unless they were interrogating him. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say so long as you don't expect me to kill them, then yes, I'll do it.
I'm certain we can find a way to solve this without resorting to violence.
Let's just pay them and be done with it. I mean, we clearly need more manpower anyway. I'll hire them on as contractors.
To hell with that. We know where they live. Let's have our friend here get the drop on them and send them to the great beyond.
The last thing we need is the galaxy thinking that's how we solve our problems around here, Mr. D'Angelo. I would request you try to avoid any violence. But if you're looking for suggestions on how to proceed, well, it seems we've got opinions to spare.
All right, I guess we ask around. Let's start with Nevan Bone?
I think there's a clear way to solve this problem. But the ultimate way forward, I suppose, falls to you.
What's there to do around here?
Currently, very little. But once we're open, should that day ever come, we hope to have all manner of training and
Okay,
most of our staff are formally incarcerated themselves.
Yep. Any suggestions on how to deal with the trackers?
I think you should offer them money, and I'm willing to help. Here, all I have liquid at the moment. Hopefully it'll be enough.
Let's ask once more, because it's still marked as unchosen.
I'd hand them those credits I gave you. I'm hoping that much will be sufficient.
Okay.
Take care, please.
I don't think we should pay them either, but I think that we should... Well, first off, I mean, the most important thing is we figure out why they're doing it. Like, why kidnap a construction worker? Like, even if you're trying to get back at one of these guys, it's like the construction worker didn't do anything. So, Monica Bloom, what do you say?
These trackers have already shown they're willing to hurt people. Don't get yourself killed on our account.
Any suggestions on how to deal with the trackers?
Had to deal with my fair share of their kind over the years. You don't get into that job to make it rich. You get into it to be your own boss and prove how tough you are. So, my advice? Let them know that pushing around a bunch of counselors just makes them look like bullies, not tough.
That's a good suggestion. Probably the best suggestion so far.
Be careful with those goons.
Okay, Greg is going to say kill him.
You're looking for my suggestion? I don't think they're gonna respect anything other than force. But I think Sloane's not gonna be happy if you handle it that way.
You would be correct, Mr. D'Angelo.
All right, and what do you say?
They haven't killed anyone. Not yet, at least. Which means I bet they're willing to talk.
Any suggestions on how to deal with these trackers?
Love, I can only guess at what these two might be after. But it's clear they perceive something about us as a threat. They're afraid. And all you can do with fear is try and understand it. So, just listen to them, okay? Hear what they have to say. And see if you can make whatever it is they're worried about a little less scary.
All right. That sounds good.
Good luck out there.
I'm feeling pretty good about this. But before we go... Where is this going to take us? Is this taking us off planet? I think it's going to take us off planet. Let's take us over there. Interesting. Can't say I expected that. Alright, so I guess we go back there and, you know, get the drop on them at night or something. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna teleport here. And that way we're not, like, accidentally, like, teleporting, like, right into them. I'm concerned that if we, like, teleport, like, we'll be, like... I mean, hopefully they designed it so that the characters are not, like, right there or at our spawn point. But I really can't put it past Bethesda to screw that up. Let's see if this hunting nightmare is all that mean. Well, he's easy to fight. Trying to come up at a different approach so that we'll have different things to scam along the way. Like we haven't approached from here yet. Alright, we're getting close. I'm gonna quickly just heal up here. Using one of the med systems that we don't really use. If I have any left, med pack. Trauma pack. That should do it. Sneak in. That should have a gun out. $17 is such a weird number. Why would it be 17? Yeah, I'm not gonna have the gun out, I think, because I'm worried about, like, accidentally discharging it into, like, one of their faces if they surprise me. I want to resolve this peacefully, if possible. We'll see. Hopefully they'll be like, man, you destroyed all my defenses. It's already cost us too much. Give us some money and we'll go away. Sit on the sofa. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Honey, you are in the way. I guess I have to get up because we're not going to be able to see them otherwise.
Who's that?
No clue. You! Who are you and what the hell are you doing here?
Who are you and why the hell are you here?
And just who the holy hell are you?
I'm here on behalf of the Elios Retreat. I want to talk. Or you're going to stop harassing the Elios Retreat right now, or you're going to regret it. Or The last person you're ever gonna see. That's terrible. I'm gonna say I'm here on behalf.
See? I told you Kilman was gonna lead them to us. Should have slit his throat when we had the chance.
Quiet. Listen, unless you're here to tell us those convicts have decided to close up shop, then we've got nothing to discuss.
Okay, so why do you care? Are you really afraid of a couple ex-cons?
I couldn't care less about the cons. They can huff fish innards until they rot for all we care. But this retreat, if they actually succeed, keep criminals out of the bounty system, well, the galaxy probably doesn't need so many trackers at that point, does it? And then maybe the big boys like the UC and the Collective set up programs of their own, just like Helios. Put us all out of a job. Now, better to nip it in the bud now before it becomes a threat. Which is why I'm not interested in discussing anything except the date and time they're shutting their doors.
That is very interesting because that explains why they went after the construction worker and not the actual convicts. Because they're afraid of the establishment of these types of colonies. So, how much is it going to cost you to leave the retreat alone? It is a question, but that does imply that we're going to give them money. I'm going to say, please, we can solve this without anyone getting hurt. I wish I'd saved Scum this.
It is a reasonable request. You would do well to consider it.
That's so.
Oh, that's a pretty difficult persuasion. We'll go with a couple of these threes. Even if the retreat succeeds, there's always work for savvy, capable people like you two.
I guess that's a good point.
You must think you're real tough picking on a bunch of unarmed office workers and counselors. He's not gonna like this one. How is this? This is not convincing.
What?
But
That's not what this is. We're tough. Fine. We'll leave the retreat alone. Can't make any promises about us being the last, though. Just get out, all right?
Well, that was interesting. Let's go ahead and talk to these folks.
I wasted too much time in this place already.
Yeah, get out of here.
Piss off. Need to figure out where the hell we're going next.
You okay?
We'll leave him alone, all right?
Yep.
Piss off. Need to figure out where the hell we're going
All right,
next.
that's it for him.
The retreat's safe. From us, at least. You got what you wanted.
Yep.
Should've just killed them all and been done with it.
Jeez, that's harsh.
Should've just killed them all and been done with
Yeah,
it.
but then you would have been the one with the next criminal record, and there would be trackers coming after you. So, I think that that's pretty much going to wrap up this episode. We pretty much got everything that we needed. I do have to loot this place, so I'm going to do that offline. But before any of that stuff, let's buy some skills here. We haven't done this in a really long time. My ship piloting is not great, so I want to kind of compensate by making our ship abilities kind of OP, which, I've done previously. That's why automated weapon systems is 4 out of 4, and why we have the best starship designs and shields and piloting. But we do not currently have the best particle beam system, so I'm going to buy one of these. Alright, what do we have to do to get to the next phase? So we need to do 10,000 damage. That should be doable. Without too much difficulty. EM weapons. So this is boost training, don't care about that. Ship systems repair. More damage to robots and turrets. I don't think we care. Missile systems we going to use. Energy systems we going to use. Engines we could use. I don't know if it's that important, though. Payloads would be good, too. Unlocks ship targeting functionality. Boost pack training. Ballistic weapons. So we could do these two here, but I think that there are better options elsewhere. What do we have here? So this is... we could increase our grav jump range. I don't think we care about that too much. Research methods. I mean, we've gotten most of our research done. Special projects, habitation. This would be good to have. We're always a little bit low on energy. This would be good to have too, but we have to update the challenge. Manipulation. I definitely don't want that. Yeah, these social ones aren't great for the way that we're playing the game. Yeah, I think we're not going to do anything with that. So, we definitely want concealment here. Environmental conditioning would be good, but we have to do both of these. We need to pass the challenge. Fitness, stealth, weightlifting. There's one about, yeah, slowly regenerate health outside combat. I'm going to grab this. Yeah, let's grab that. And what is this? Fall below 25 health 3 times and fully heal. Well, that'll happen just by playing the game. So, I think that, I mean, we could... I still would want to keep one skill point around in case of emergencies, but it might be good to do this one. Aneuronic fusion. So we can get this up to 2 and produce even more power. And I think that that's all of our spending for now. So let's wrap it up here. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I'm Cobalt Thorium and hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.